Today, I can simplify radicals. That's what we're going to learn to do after we identify the parts of a radical. Now, we have talked about what goes where in a radical when we have a fraction as an exponent. So if I gave you e to the 1/5 power, right? We would turn that into a radical and we would put it here. This is called a rational exponent. Rational exponent. Pardon? No. So what we would do is we would put the 5 in the mullet, correct? So this 5 would go right here. Where would the E go?
In the middle.
Under the house. Yep, in the box. So this is where our E would go. And it would go up front, but we don't really have to write it, do we? No, because it's a 1. It's understood.
That's right.
Yep. Now, we're going to talk about the special names that each of these have. Now, the 5, it goes inside. It should really be in the mullet. This is called an index. And this means to the 5th root. Or the 5th root of E. Now, do you see how it has a little star right here?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you see how there's a little star at the very, 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 very bottom?
No.
Yes. If the index is not written, it is automatically a 2. So that's where we get square root from. So if we don't have a number there, it's called the square root. What is this number called?
Index.
No, that's called an index, yes. Now, this bar right here has a special name. It is called that's just the bar. It's called a vinculum.
A vinculum?
Vinculum. And if you can spell it right and tell me what that is on a test, you get bonus points.
Wait. What?
Yes.
What is the test?
Put anything to the song Independent and you can spell anything.
What is the test?
You're going to have a quiz on Friday. All right. Now, this, she got her own house. She got her own car. Work hard, 2 jobs. She a bad broad. More than you do, baby. All right, so this is called a radicand.
Radicand?
Yes.
Everything's
Because it can be radical. It's the second page, you crazy person. You had a whole sheet and then you cut it. That goes on the second page.
These days up here, I promise I didn't look at this sheet is right here. I looked away and looked back and this is right.
Okay. All right. So then the whole thing is called a radical.
Radical.
Yes, lots of weirdos. But you didn't say it fast enough. You got to be quicker than that.
Yeah, I think you can.
All right. So what's the little number out front called? The one that's in a mullet. Index. What is the bar at the top called?
The
Vinculum. Look at you go, Tater Tot. What is the number inside the house called?
Radical.
And what's the whole thing called?
Radical.
Good. Now, let's talk about what this means. So, if there's a 5 here, that means that you need 5 of the same number that multiplies together to give you this. So, you would need 5 E's to be able to get rid of the radical. If there was a 4, you would need 4 E's. If there was a 3, you would need
3 E's.
And if there was nothing, you would need
0 E's.
2.
2 E's.
Because if the index is not written, it is automatically a 2.
Oh.
Yep. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to practice breaking down our radicals on the next page. So, 11B is this page, correct?
Yeah.
We're going to write on 11C.
Oh my God, I'm so bad.
So many things. Alright, so we're going to call this simplifying radicals, radical expressions. Okay, see, yes.
How many times have you taught this?
Have I taught this? This is like the 8th time, 9th time. You don't have yours, right? So you can use that one. See? Okay, you're welcome.
How do you do it? Keep your spirit up. Still teaching in a fun way. Me, I already gave up homework. I can't teach this.
Alright, example 1.
How do you do it? Is it a secret? I can tell by your.
No, I just really like math.
So you have to
I really like teaching math.
Okay, but
I really like showing y'all that you can do this and it's not that hard. If you just don't whine and you pay attention, you can do anything.
You have people like me in your class who make everything hard.
We'll stop doing that. Alright, so the directions for example 1 say simplify each radical. So we're going to start with our basic ones. And I would go ahead and get your perfect square card out because you need it. We are going to... Okay, Tater Tot.
Oh, got it. I'm gonna
You are death to my soul.
You definitely need it out.
So the first one, we're going to find the square root of 361. Now, because it does not have a number in the mullet, it does not have an index, it's understood to be 2, and we call it the square root. Can you two stop looking at each other and stop talking across my classroom in your sweet, cute little whispers? Can you stop? Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, I will.
Do I need to turn your desk?
I can see right there. You want to see right here?
I would love for you
I'm
to.
just playing.
No, I need you to go sit over there. That way you're facing me.
It's a joke.
And you can whisper your sweet nothings in my direction. And stop talking to him. If you turn around, I'm going to take off a point. You feel me? Okay, so we need 2 of the same number that gives us 361. It is. Now, what you do is you go to your perfect square card. Do you see that this is a perfect square? And that would give you 19. So 2 of the same number would be 19 times 19. And we needed 2 of those, correct? Yes, no, maybe so? And so the answer is 19. Dun, 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 dun. That's all you have to do.
No, that's too easy.
Easy quizy all the cheese.
Just wait. Just wait.
Wait, there's more?
But it's saying it's easy right now. Wait till you get to the hard part.
Listen, you just do the same thing. You just find 2 of the same number. So what if I gave you the square root of 196? Look at your perfect square card. Don't yell it out. Let everybody have a moment to be able to look through their perfect square card and not yell it out. I will even put mine on the board. All right, Natalie, what is the answer? 14. Take a point. Because 14 times 14 gives you 196. Isn't it crazy? You're going to need a calculator. So if you don't have a calculator, I would go get a calculator. You're going to need that and a calculator. Here. Yes. Donata. Anybody else need one?
I know.
Pass.
I don't know how to work this.
Oh.
Oh, nigga, I'm about to give you one.
You do this. You just divide. All we're doing is dividing. All right, here we go. So for the next one, tell me what the square root of 36 is. What are 2?
6.
It is 6. Good. Take a point. Because it's 2 of the same number that multiplies together to give you 36.
How did they make it?
It would be great if y'all would just be quiet and do this and hand each other a calculator without being psychopaths, but apparently we can't do that. Alright, so far it's been pretty good, right?
Yep.
For the next part, you still do the same thing. So let's look at 48. So we're going to take the square root of 48, but we need to simplify. Now, is 48 a perfect square? No. So what you do is you find the biggest perfect square that divides into it. Now, let me give you a hint. Okay? You're going to use your perfect square column, which is the second column, the fourth column, and the sixth. Do not use the counting numbers. So if you tell me 8, I'm going to say, no, you're a crazy person, because that's not a perfect square. So now, we know that 49 would not go into it, correct? Do you think that 36 would divide into 48 evenly? No. What about 25?
No.
No. Maybe? Okay, so if we want to try it to see... May I borrow your calculator?
Not me.
Let me borrow the calculator.
Stand out.
Oh my gosh. Alright, so what you would do is you would do 48 divided by 25. Now, does that give you a whole number? No. So let's go to the next one. What's the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, so do 48 divided by 16 and tell me what you get. 3. What are you doing? So you get 16 and 3. Now, now remember, we need 2 of the same number. So what 2 numbers give us 16? 4 times 4. Now, do we have 2 of the same number?
Yes.
So that number goes on the outside because he wants to go out and play.
That's too easy.
Then we draw our house. What number do you think stays in the house? The 3, because he wants to read Harry Potter.
What?
Do you see how there's 2 of these? They want to go outside and play. There's only 1 of these. He wants to stay inside to read Harry Potter.
No one
And you
likes
move to
Harry
the...
Potter.
No.
What?
I love Harry Potter. Next one, number E. I don't know why they're laughing. Harry Potter's the greatest. Y'all are missing out. It's not my fault you can't read and don't know how to read Harry Potter.
I know.
I like Harry Potter.
I know how to read.
No. That's what these houses are from.
Oh, wait, what?
I didn't know that.
I didn't.
Alright, here we go. 75. The square root of 75. Now, is 75 a perfect square? No. So you find the biggest perfect square that goes into 75. And we know that only one of those is, and it's 25. So you do 25 times what? How many 25s to get to 75? 3. Now, what does 25 break down into?
5 times 5.
5 times 5.
And they go outside.
And play.
The 3 stays inside and reads Harry Potter.
Yes, the 5 goes outside.
And the 3 stays inside.
The 3 stays inside to read Harry Potter. Dun 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 dun. Take a point. Yes. Harry Potter came from J.K. Rowling.
No, I'm talking about this. Like, since when did we start?
Right. Now, does everybody see where 5 comes from? It's because the square root of 25 is 5. That's where it comes from. Can you try one without me?
I tried 8 of them without you.
8 of them? Let's not.
man, don't get it too high, Bill.
What just was thrown? And why was it thrown?
I know that in my song.
What was that? Can we pick it up before I freak out?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know who did.
You ain't no snitch.
I ain't seen. Boy, I ain't seen that song. I was just like,
Here we go. 294. So remember what you do. Find a perfect square that you think goes into 294 and divide it. If it doesn't work, keep working your way backwards. Good luck. May the force be with you.
May the force be with you. See what I did there?
I do see what you did there.
Whoa, we gotta move that.
I found
Let
one.
me
49.
Looking like the same person every
Can you
time.
please move that? Another.
No, we're on this problem. This problem is not covered up.
Oh, I found one right there.
Good. Can you, let me see. So I can make sure it's the right one before you go any further.
This one doesn't have that.
Me does for Brett.
Yes. Six isn't a perfect square, is it? But
This.
you're close.
Oh, this one doesn't have a square root button.
You don't use the square root, you divide.
Okay, so I wouldn't use 49.
Is a perfect square.
It is? Okay, sure.
Yes, it's up there. The green column.
I didn't get it.
Is that
Me, Dad.
I honestly don't know what you're trying to ask me.
is that one it?
Me.
Don't.
Yes,
I'm
that's
good.
good. Okay,
Nothing.
okay. We don't need these anymore.
Yeah, move up.
No, it's fine. I just need to shift. Hey! Okay, hang on. Let me pause the video. Alright, so I got 49 and 6.
I did.
Okay? Now, 49 is the biggest perfect square that goes into it, so you break that down into 7 times 7. Now, what number goes outside to play?
7.
What number stays inside to read?
I have no. I'm just kidding. Did I just say that out loud?
I know. Ready to try another one?
I get part of that.
Okay. Ready?
This ain't nothing to him. This ain't nothing to him.
Do you see how we got that?
I guess it's something.
I ain't gonna be able to get that fast.
I know you do.
I'm not from probably go all the way down to the divide it and
The square root of 726. No. That's cheating.
No.
Everyone
Everyone
says.
says.
No.
Back on the board.
Yes, I'm sorry. Stop it. If you need to make your remake your perfect square card, I would, because you're going to have a test on 17 through 25 on Wednesday.
Oh, no.
This Wednesday, Paul.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean.
Cheater, pumpkin eater. Cheater.
Yeah, I mean.
If you do it. Find a perfect square to divide by.
Oh my God.
Who else needs a card to remake their perfect squares?
Oh, I found it. Let's get it.
Yes.
Oh.
360 degrees on a perfect square.
Hammer down.
You need another one?
Thank you.
Are we done? Are we done? Are we done? Are we done?
Yeah.
Mackenzie, you good, babe?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Don't die. No, you'll be fine.
Don't die of dehydration. That would be.
You divide.
Hey, so we divide. Oh, blah blah. You does it. So how we get the 726? I think it's you divide 64 with 3.
Okay, so you would do 726 divided by 64. That does not work.
Okay, so.
So then we do 726 divided by, pick another one. Let's go higher.
81.
Okay? That does not work.
169.
That does not work. We need to go up.
625.
We need to go this way now.
I know it. It's weird.
121.
12. Try 144.
Strike
121.
12.
It is 121. And I got 6. So that works.
Okay, so that's how you do it.
So then you would take 121 and 6. Now what's the square root of, oh my gosh, let me ask my question. See. And so what goes outside to play? What stays inside to read Harry Potter? Why are you yelling at me?
No, you give him a harder one. I get it.
All right, now what if?
Do they go inside every once in a while and read? I don't know.
How would we say this?
William Shakespeare.
It is 48 to the 1/3 power, but how would I say it? The cubed root of 48. So how many of the same number do we need this time? 3. Now, when we had square root, we broke it down into 16 and 3. But this time we need 3 of the same number. So what number goes into 48?
16.
8 times what? Okay, stop. Everybody, breathe. Y'all, calm down. This time, we need 3 of the same number. So when you need 3, you won't use perfect squares.
So you're going to go
Now,
4,
I'm going to break 8 down into what?
4, and then break 4 down.
4 and what? 4 and 2. And what am I going to break?
Then
Now,
break 4 down.
and I could do this into 3 and 2.
And then do 2 and 2 and 2.
And then 2 and 2. Now, I need 3 of the same number, correct?
4 of the same number.
Just listen. Just chill. Let me explain. You need 3 of the same number. So 1, 2, 3. All I need is 3 of them. So these 3, 1 of them goes to the outside. Now, 3 times 2 is left over, right? And what's 3 times 2?
6.
6. So that stays in the house, and 3 goes right here. You just need 3 of the same number that time. Are you ready to practice again?
So yeah, I ain't got it down yet.
It is. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. All right, homework. Homework. Y'all are so funny. You're going to use this for homework?
Y'all made an 8. All right.
Okay. I know. Please don't make him angry.
Wait, what? That was me. So y'all,
Alright, so you have 4 homework problems. You have the cubed root of 162 and change it to a positive. I can give you more.
No.
And then you do the square root of 512, and then the cubed root of 1,000, and then 24. I'm gonna talk to him. But right now I'm trying to tell you what to do for homework. Jorge, you have to do 5 push-ups because you said it.
Okay,
Right now? No. One hand. Yes. Alright, so 4 problems for homework. You cannot leave until everything is in your tower. So scissors need to go in the 3rd drawer. Clean it up.
You can do that little thing right here.